Remember when you had the right saw for any situation? The Wen 3 3/8 inch compact circular saw provides versatile and lightweight power, all in the palm of your hand. Take on wood, tile, plastic, copper, aluminum, PVC, drywall, and so much more. For maximum accuracy, switch on the onboard laser to keep your cut right on target. If that's not enough, the included 5-inch rip fence helps you to make perfectly parallel cuts over even the longest of distances. The spring-loaded shoe combined with the lockable depth stop makes this the perfect saw for plunge cuts. Simply set your depth gauge to your preferred cutting depth for safe and easy interior cuts to your workpiece. Your Wen compact circular saw also comes packed with accessories, including a blade for wood, a blade for metal and plastic, a blade for tile and ceramic, an 80-inch dust extraction tube to help collect sawdust during operation, and a convenient blow mold carrying case, complete with storage compartments for all your accessories. Remember when you had a saw that could take on anything?
Remember when?
Remember when your scroll saw could cut in 2 different directions? With 3 different blade configurations, take on projects of any size with the Wen 16-inch variable speed 2-direction scroll saw. Cut in the standard direction towards the back of the table as you would on a regular scroll saw. Or swap the pin blade over to the 90-degree position for infinite ripping capacity. You can also drill a pilot hole into your workpiece and slide in a pinless blade. Attach the Ultra Grip blade holders to either side and mount them to the scroll saw for intricate internal cuts. These specially designed blade holders are easy to install while also preventing the blade from coming loose. Variable speed can be adjusted anywhere from 550 to 1600 strokes per minute with the turn of the speed adjustment knob. Bevel the 16 by 11 inch work table up to 45 degrees, all while keeping your cut illuminated with a flexible work light. Onboard blade storage helps keep track of your blades and adapters, making them easy to find and organize. The adjustable air pump combined with the 1.5 inch dust port keeps sawdust out of your line of vision and minimizes cleanup. With the Wen 16-inch 2-direction variable speed scroll saw, you're no longer constrained by the throat of the saw, allowing for larger workpieces and more creative opportunities. Remember when you cut out a 2-foot penguin? Yo, what's up, penguin?
Remember when?
The secret to great projects is perfect cuts, and with the Craig AccuCut, making those perfect cuts is easier than you ever imagined. With the AccuCut, you eliminate the hassles, inaccuracies, and inconsistencies of needing to mark a long cut line and then trying to freehand the saw along it. Just make a couple of marks and then align the edge of the AccuCut's precision guide track with the marks. Whether you're making cross cuts, rip cuts, or angled cuts, the AccuCut transforms your ordinary circular saw into a high-performance, track-guided cutting system that you can use to make straight, accurate, splinter-free cuts in plywood, MDF, and other large sheets quickly, accurately, and effortlessly. And because the AccuCut is portable, you can make these high-quality, worry-free cuts anywhere by taking your saw to the material instead of having to bring your material to the saw. In most applications, you don't even need to clamp the track down, thanks to anti-slip strips that hold the track in place exactly where you place it. That track guides the AccuCut's universal sled. It accepts most any circular saw, whether the blade is on the left or the right, and mounting your saw is quick and easy. The universal sled can also be used on the Craig RipCut. With your saw mounted to the sled and the precision guide track in place on your plywood, cutting with the AccuCut is simple. All you have to do is guide the sled along the track. Grooves in the sled ensure that the saw track's perfectly straight. Plus, the sled positions the saw blade so it hugs tight to the edge of the guide track. That way, your cut is perfectly aligned with the edge of the sled. The strips that hold the track in place also provide an anti-chip edge that hugs tight to your saw blade. That strips minimize rough, chipped-out edges by holding the fragile face layer in place to prevent your saw blade from lifting and tearing the surface as you cut. To make cutting even easier, the AccuCut is also equipped with a convenient starting block. It positions and aligns your saw so you can start your cuts confidently. With these great features, the AccuCut makes cutting plywood and large panels easy and predictable. Whether you're cross-cutting sheets, making rip cuts up to 48 inches long, or you're cutting across the sheet at an angle, all you have to do is set your saw on the track and make a straight, accurate, splinter-free cut every time. Visit us online at craigtool.com to learn more about the Craig AccuCut, as well as our other Craig cutting solutions that make cutting easy instead of intimidating, so you can start every project with confidence.
The Rockler Center Offset Marking Tool lets you take care of two tedious tasks with one convenient device. The first is drawing a center line on the edge of a board. Just put a common number 2 pencil in the center hole, place the tool on the board, twist it until the posts make contact, and then slide. Just like that, you have a perfectly centered line on boards up to 1.5 inches thick. The second job is marking offsets or reveals for jobs like installing moldings. Just flip the tool, butt it against the board, choose the offset, and slide the tool to draw the line. It marks offsets from 1/16 to 1/2 inch from the edge in 1/16 increments. When you're done, you can take advantage of the built-in magnet to store it on a metal surface for easy retrieval next time. The Center Offset Marking Tool, another Rockler innovation to help you create with confidence.
The Milescraft Grabber is a multi-purpose push block that provides excellent control while jointing, routing, or ripping material. It features a soft grip ergonomic handle that provides comfort and control while keeping your hand away from the cutting tools. Its diamond grip rubber bottom gives you maximum strength to safely hold your workpiece in place while preventing marring. The durable body allows you to safely control your workpiece in all applications, and its high visibility yellow makes it easy to find in busy shops. The Grabber by Milescraft gives you complete control over your workpiece in any situation. For more information on the Grabber or any of their other products, visit milescraft.com.
Faster way to clean up around the home with the all-new Ryobi One Plus blower. Clearing off hard surfaces has never been more convenient. It's super light and packs a punch. The inline axial fan design produces 200 CFM and 90 miles per hour, so clearing your driveway, porch, and sidewalk is easier than ever. You can shorten the nozzle for an even more compact and handy blower. The Ryobi One Plus cordless blower, exclusively at the Home Depot.
Another great product from FastCap is the Fast Break. We have two different sizes for breaking the edges when you're doing edge banding or melamine. Now, traditionally what you do is you take a piece of sandpaper and you do this whole number or a block of wood like this. But with the Fast Break, it's just an amazing product. You just simply go like this, back and forth, and you have both edges broke perfectly and consistently. And on the melamine edges where you have sharp edges, again, just like that, and they're nice and rounded. You can cut yourself if you wanted to. Larger pieces of melamine, particularly shelving projects, very simple. And the nice thing about this is, particularly on plywood, when you're doing plywood or doors, which we're going to do in a minute, if you're doing the sandpaper, you got a good chance of getting a splinter. With this, impossible to get a splinter. It's perfect every time. So let's take a look at the larger Fast Break for doors now. So the larger Fast Break, or the XL, is excellent for door people, particularly if you're a door manufacturer. And what we've got, a door here with a nice sharp edge that's been ripped on a table saw, and we need to break both those edges so we don't get any splinters or any chips off of there. And again, if you use a sandpaper, well, you're going to get a splinter in here in a second. But with the Fast Break XL, just go like this all the way down, and both edges are done at one time, and it's perfect. It's that fast. Particularly now, we'll look at our end. I cut a little bit off the bottom of this door and you got a nice sharp edge too. It's the same thing. Just come all the way down there like that. I'm going to come back and forth twice, and both edges are flawless. You can see that, Mark. Look at how hard I'm working on this, and no splinters, nothing. And it was that fast and that easy. So the Fast Break and the Fast Break XL. Now I'm going to show you one other thing on how to change the sandpaper. Inside of here, it's a really nice design on both of them. We'll take it apart, and we've actually got extra sandpaper in here. It comes with 80 and 180. And the smaller one is the same way, same sandpaper. It's really a cool design. We tried to standardize things so that it'd be very easy and you wouldn't have a lot of different inventoried items. Now you can cut your own sandpaper, there's no problem doing that. I'm gonna pull it all out. You can see it's exactly the same size. This is the 180 and this is the 80. Now, when you put it in this one or you wanna change it, and some people, I just might make a comment, some people say, well, you only wear one area like this. You could actually tip it a little bit on one edge or the other like that, and you actually end up using the whole thing. And to be honest with you, I've rarely ever had to replace the sandpaper. It lasts so long, and you're only trying to break the edge. But when you want to put a new piece in, just come over here like this, and you might want to buckle the sandpaper just a little bit to get it started. It's always those videotapings that are so difficult. And this one's pretty coarse, so it slides in there a little tough, and you can see it fits right underneath those little lips right there. See those little tabs right there? It fits right underneath there. And then we're going to go ahead and put our end cap back on, just like this, and you're done. And you can change out your sandpaper that easily. Now, on the smaller one, the paper's been curved. You can see how that works there. So we'll take a change out on this one. And again, you stick it in there, and you push down in the center a little bit, and you have to get it right underneath. There's a little lip edge there. And now you see how I'm sliding that in? It fits in very nicely. And again, you can cut this yourself, it's not a problem. But you do have to be pretty exact or the paper will come out pretty easy. And we cut this all on a die cutting machine, so it's cut very nicely. And it comes in a little replacement packs for both the 80 and the 180. And there is the change out on the sandpaper for the Fast Breaks from FastCap. You're gonna love these products.
Layout work on the narrow edge of stock is awkward with most woodworking rules. The rule must align with the face of your stock, but it's wider than the edge you're trying to measure, preventing you from marking without breaking alignment. And you can still struggle to keep the rule parallel to the edge while working on the face of a workpiece. Woodpecker's new Woodworker's Edge rule eliminates these issues by wrapping around the edge of your stock with an accurate scale on both sides. The short side of the tool is just 3/8 of an inch wide, leaving room to mark stock as thin as 7/16, while the long side reaches 3/4 of an inch across the face of your piece. Whether you're working on the edge or the face, the corner of the edge rule always keeps you properly aligned. Use the Woodworker's Edge rule to measure from inside corners by keeping your scale square to your stock and starting flush at the edge. Mark the edge and face at the same dimension by placing the desired dimension at the end of your board. Find the center of 3/4 inch nominal stock by scribing a line from both sides. Plus, use the edge rule for midfield measurements. Both edges are beveled, placing the scale right next to your work, simplifying marking and minimizing parallax error. Available in handy 6, 12, 24, and 36 inch lengths, all of your project sizes are covered. The Woodworker's Edge Rule from Woodpeckers. Precision made in the USA.